Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Clarity English Studio. I'm Mike.
Hi, friends. I'm Anna. We're so glad you've joined us today. Whether you're at home, commuting, or on a break, thanks for choosing to learn with us.
Today, we're tackling a small but mighty word that often causes confusion, been.
That's right. This three-letter word is used all the time in daily English. If you're a beginner, don't worry. We'll explain everything simply and clearly.
By the end of this episode, you'll know what been means, when to use it, and how to avoid common mistakes. Let's dive in.
First, let's understand what been is in the simplest terms. Been is the past participle of the verb to be.
Let's break that down. The verb be has many forms: am, is, are, was, were, been, being.
Been is that special past participle form. We always use it with a helping verb like have, has, or had.
For example, I have been to London. She has been busy. They had been waiting.
See? Been never stands alone. That's the first key to remember. Now let's look at its different meanings.
Meaning one, it can mean you visited a place and returned. I have been to Japan means you went and came back.
Meaning two, it describes a continued state or condition. I have been tired all week. The state of tiredness lasted.
Meaning three, it shows duration, how long something has continued. I have been a teacher for 10 years.
So, been often connects the past to the present. Now let's look at the main grammar structures where we use it.
Use 1, the present perfect tense. Structure, subject plus have or has plus been. I have been to that cafe. She has been helpful.
Use 2, the past perfect tense. Structure, subject plus had plus been. I had been there before. They had been friends for years.
Use 3 in passive voice sentences. Structure, subject plus have, has, or had plus been plus past participle. The work has been finished.
A very common use is talking about travel experiences. We use have been to for places we visited in our lives.
For example, have you been to Italy? I've never been to Australia. It implies you went and came back.
Crucially, this is different from have gone to. She has gone to Paris means she's there now. She has been to Paris means she visited some time in her life.
That's a vital difference. Been means you returned, gone means you're still there.
Let's practice states and conditions. We use been to describe recent feelings. How have you been is a common greeting.
You can answer, I've been good, I've been busy, or I've been a bit under the weather.
To talk about duration, we use for a period and since for a starting point. I've lived here for 5 years. I've lived here since 2019.
Another major structure is the present perfect continuous, have or has plus been plus verb ing. It shows an action that started in the past and is still happening or just stopped.
Like, I have been studying all morning. She has been working here since January.
Now, let's walk through some very common mistakes to avoid.
Mistake 1. Using been without its helper.
Mistake
Wrong,
2.
I've been there.
Confusing been
Correct,
and
I
gone.
have been there.
Wrong if the person is back. He has gone to Spain last year. Correct. He has been to Spain.
Mistake 3. Forgetting the to for places. Wrong, I have been Spain. Correct, I have been to Spain.
Mistake 4. Confusing been with being. Been is used with have. Being is used in other contexts, like he is being silly.
Let's hear all this in a natural conversation between two friends.
Hey, Anna, I haven't seen you in weeks. How have you been?
I've been great, thanks. Really busy, though. I've been working on a big new project. What about you?
I've been good too. Actually, I've been traveling quite a bit lately.
Oh, really? Where have you been?
Well, I've been to Portugal and Morocco this spring. It's been an incredible experience.
Wow, I've never been to Africa. I've always wanted to go. How long have you been back?
I've been back for about a week. I've been feeling a bit jet-lagged, to be honest.
I can imagine. How long have you been interested in photography? I saw your amazing photos.
Thanks. I've been passionate about it since I was a teenager. I've been trying to improve my skills.
Well, it shows. Have you been getting any rest since you got back?
Not really. I've been sorting through photos every evening, but the album has been uploaded now, so I can relax.
Good. You've been needing a break. So, has your suitcase been unpacked yet?
No, it hasn't been touched. That's my task for tonight.
Did you notice all the uses of been? Travel, states, duration, continuous actions, and passive voice, all in one chat.
Let's solidify this with a short story. Listen for been.
Leo has been an engineer for a decade. Recently, he has been feeling restless. He has been wanting a change. He has been to many career workshops. A new opportunity has been offered to him. He has been considering it for a week. His confidence has been growing. He has been preparing for an interview. His future has been on his mind constantly.
Perfect. That story used been in almost every way we discussed. It's the glue of so many natural sentences.
Here's your confidence-building plan. Step 1, practice I have been to with places you know.
Step 2, describe your recent state. I have been tired, happy, busy this week.
Step 3, use for and since. I have lived here for time. I have worked here since date.
Step 4, try the continuous form. I have been reading, studying, watching.
And step 5, use the common greeting, how have you been? It's a fantastic way to start a real conversation.
Your turn to practice. Try writing 2 sentences in the comments below. We read them all.
Don't fear mistakes. That's how we learn. We believe in you. Let's do a final, quick review.
Been is the past participle of be. It needs a helper, have, has, or had.
Have been to equals visited and returned. Have gone to equals went and is still there.
Have been plus adjective describes a state. Have been plus verb ing shows a continuous action.
Have been plus past participle creates the passive voice. Use for a period and since for a start point.
This small word is a huge key to natural English. Mastering it will level up your speaking.
If you found this helpful, please like this episode and subscribe to Clarity English Studio for more.
Leave us a comment with your sentences or any questions. We love hearing from you.
Thanks for listening. Keep practicing, stay curious, and we'll see you next time.
Bye for now.
Goodbye.